Hello, me fixing everything. And because there is always something to be fixed, I will show you today, and I will have to fix this brake caliper. It's seizing after a short driving. So now the car is in neutral. It's completely seized. I try with the tire. It's holding and it's overheating the brake. I don't know if this brake caliper is not ruined already, but after a short drive, like 2 miles, 3 kilometers, I had an infrared thermometer on the other side, was 25 degrees on the brake disc, and I had the thermometer on this side was 250 degrees. So definitely seized up. I tried, and before I made the video, I was not sure if it's gonna help, so that's why I didn't shoot it, and it didn't help. So it's good that I didn't waste my time shooting. To dismantle the whole thing, but not replace the brake caliper or rebuild it. I took the whole thing apart and took a wire brush on a grinder, and I grind all of the points where there is some metal to metal contact, and I sprayed with a lot of copper grease. It didn't make no difference though. Actually, it made it worse. So what needs to happen now? This brake caliper needs to come off. I will try to shoot, but I don't have a tripod and I don't have anyone around me to shoot it. What needs to happen is this. That's 7mm Allen key. You can take it off with Torx number 45. Needs to undo these two, and this one, and this one. Take a screwdriver and wedge it here, pull the whole thing this way. I'll show you that. And we need to take the brake pipe off. Okay, I'll try to shoot. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna replace the brake caliper. It's not worth it for such a car. But I have a repair kit that I ordered. I will show you this as well. And I'll rebuild the brake caliper. This will be actually the title of the video, how to rebuild the brake caliper. It's not so much for taking it out, it's more about rebuilding. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm gonna do it completely right, but I'll show you how I'm doing it. Okay, keep watching. Okay, so I got a piece of flathead screwdriver, wedge it right in there, and then do this. I'm not sure if this is enough, we'll see. There is a piece of metal on this side. Take it out. Okay. What's next? Next is this 7mm. Okay, we're on the way. Okay, one is done. It's so hard with one hand. Okay, the other one is done as well. Okay, and now that's the brake caliper. Let's see. can see some copper grease, a lot of copper grease actually. And now what we know is that this cylinder, it's seizing up, and this cylinder is around, maybe it's brand new, so the car is 500 kilometers on the clock, so plenty of miles. Now if you try to pull out the cylinder by hand, it's probably going to be very hard. What we can do is try to press the brake very gently to get the cylinder out. I can feel the rust inside, I think. Okay, what is in the rebuild kit? It's a slave cylinder, 2 bushes, and a new one of those. What we're gonna do before we even take the cylinder out, okay, one of the parts went out. Okay, let's put them on side. I can't show you a video, but I'm gonna take a wire brush and brush these off, and then spray a lot of penetrating oil. I think it's gonna help with undoing them, otherwise something might snap. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a wire brush, brush them off and spray them with penetrating oil. Okay, as I said, I gave them a little bit of wire brush, just a touch, and now just a little bit of penetrating oil. Okay, just a little bit. Now we'll pull out just a little bit. This pipe is strong. I know this pipe is strong. I'll press the brake pedal so the piston can go out. I'll just put a piece of wood in the front so it doesn't go fully out. I don't know how much. If I pressed a little bit, I'm not sure that it's not gonna go fully out, so let's put a piece of wood on the front. I don't have an air compressor, but if you do have one with air compressor, after you take it out, you can push it out if you can't pull it out with the pliers. I can't reach it, I fully squeezed it, so let's press the brake pedal a little bit to see what's gonna happen. Okay, I pressed it just a little bit. I'm not even sure that I did something. Ah, yeah, it went a little bit up. Okay, let's press it a bit more. Is it more? I'm not sure. I will try to take it out with the pliers. We'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, I tried pulling it out with the plier, just no chance. I'll have to push it a bit more. Let's give it a bit more push. That's to the floor, one press. Okay, maybe Couple more pushes. I'm working in a tight garage, not the best thing for brakes, but okay, I'm gonna push. There we go, it's getting further. One more. Okay, I'll try now to do it with the pliers. Maybe it will go, I don't know. I'll give you the result in the video. It's definitely not going anywhere, and I can definitely feel the mess when this cylinder comes out. Yeah. Okay. Keep pressing them. That's to the floor. What I'm thinking to try is, before I manage to pop the cylinder out, is to undo that bolt. Should I undo the bolt? Let me think about it. Yes, I will undo the bolt first, because when the cylinder pops out there will be brake fluid going everywhere maybe. So undo the bolt first, just to make sure that it can come out, just to start getting undone, and then I'll pop the cylinder out. I'll stop the video because I don't have any hands to hold it, and I'll just start it somewhere. Okay, so that bolt came loose very easy with the impact gun. I couldn't do it with the ratchet, so I'll keep pressing till this thing comes off and pops out. Okay, so I gave like 7-8 pushes to the brake cylinder, and you can see why it's seizing. It's supposed to be very clean and nice. Can you see it? That's bad. It shouldn't be like that. Can you see on the bottom is even worse. I decided to give you a shot before I take it off, because after that everything will get soaked in oil, and we're not gonna be able to see this. Maybe, I'm not sure. So I'll give it a few more pushes. Okay, so I saw the brake fluid coming out of the sleeve. So I pinched the brake pipe. I'm not sure if there is anything in the brake fluid reservoir. Let's see. See if there is anything around. I can't. There is something. That's good. That's all right then. Okay, so we continue with the plan. The cylinder is almost out. I'm taking the pipe off, and tomorrow I'm showing you how to rebuild the how to replace the cylinder and all the seals inside and all this. Okay, so we're undoing that pipe, taking the pipe off, and we take the cylinder on the bench or something. Okay, I can't wait till the bench. So let's take the whole thing out. So there's the piston. Can you see where it's been seizing? Can't see a lot of damage, but should be enough. I've seen a lot worse, definitely. Here is 07 as the original one. Okay, so it's going to be replaced, and I'll check now if that's the correct size. Let's see what about it's so rusty, I'll put the can you see any scoring? Maybe over there. Yeah, that's probably bad. Can you see the rust right there? That's also bad. We'll see. Okay, we'll see tomorrow on the bench if it goes nicely and smoothly. I was just about to take this seal off when I noticed something bad. I don't think this one can be replaced. Can you see that's metal here? I think the magnet can yeah, that's metal. Can you see the metal? That's the metal inside. There's supposed to be a lip right here. I think it's supposed to be a lip right between here and there where the seal goes, and it's sealing between here and the piston, and this whole metal part came off. I'm not sure that that's the way it's supposed to be, but I'm actually pretty sure that it's not supposed to do that. I might end up needing a new caliper. We'll investigate a little bit. That's when you can see that me fixing everything is a really good professional when he doesn't know the video that he starts what it needs to happen in it. There is metal. I can feel the metal inside this seal as well. So that's how it's supposed to be. We'll continue tomorrow. I'll take a Dremel tool so I can take all the rust out. Otherwise it will end up in the same situation. I'm not confident that this is the best condition of cylinder wall on the inside, but I got the kit already, so we'll see what we can do about it. Okay, we'll continue in a second. Okay, let's continue the video from yesterday. I will need to rip off these two guides, and then I will need to clean up that part. I was thinking I have a Dremel tool that I can use for cleaning up the rust, but I don't, so I'll have to manually touch it with the brush. So let's make it as clean as possible. I almost forgot to undo that bleeding screw. It doesn't want to get undone with the ratchet, and you don't want to press it too hard, because if you press it too hard it's gonna strip. So what I'm gonna do, I'll take this guide off, and we'll heat it up with the torch right here, so the metal is gonna expand here, and I will try again. I warmed it up a little bit, but probably it's not enough, so a couple more times with the torch right here, penetrating oil, torch penetrating oil, and it will come off. There we go, like this. I managed to get it undone just now, just to show you. A bit more power on the torch though. Okay, stop the torch. Then press a ratchet here, or whatever you go, and just tap on the handle. And now it's even easier when I heat it up a bit more. And that's it. You just need to apply the heat in the correct place. It's pretty hot, so don't touch it. Can you see how rusty it is? Okay, so next thing, take off the rust out as much as you can. Best thing is Dremel tool. To take the guide off, place a screwdriver right here, and then there we go. To take the O-ring out, get a small screwdriver or a pick and just put it out as well. So that's bare metal now. Start using, I only have this and this brush, and I'll try to brush as much as I can. Be very careful with the bore on the inside, with the cylinder wall on the inside. Okay, so I brushed this area here. I got a little piece of sandpaper and a screwdriver, and I cleaned up the bottom. I cleaned up this side here as well. Give it a little brush. So now the whole thing needs to be soaked in brake cleaner to take all the particles out. It should be super clean on the inside where the cylinder wall is. So now next step is to make sure that it's completely clean. Again, if you have access to a sandblast or a Dremel tool, use it for these edges so they're even cleaner. It's gonna be even better. Okay, so that's the cleaned caliper. Now we'll take off the parts and we'll put it back together. Okay, so I found someone to hold the phone for me. Thank you very much, someone. What we need to do next is compare the size of the cylinders, just to make sure they're exactly the same. This one seems a bit different on the top, but shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Now, make sure it's clean. Yeah, it is clean. Okay. That's the assembly grease that comes up with the repair kit. I'm not clean enough. A clean place as possible, it's a good idea. Very thin layer. It needs to be very thin layer of grease. Right here, like this. Okay. And then a thin layer of grease. Right here as well. Okay. Now just a little bit on your finger and cover the cylinder on the inside. Take the new ring and cover it in grease as well. Use the grease of your fingers. Okay, let's see how tight it is without the seal. I can feel a slight play when I'm pushing a little bit, but that should be okay. Okay. Everything needs to be very clean as possible. I can feel that where I'm working it's not as clean as possible, so that worries me a little bit, but it should be okay. Okay, we need to fit the seal. Make sure it's fitted properly, because at the moment I can tell you that it isn't. Needs to be evenly fitted, otherwise it's gonna get pinched and it's gonna get leaking. Okay, so it feels okay. Let's see if it is okay. Yes, it is okay now. Let's give it a little bit more grease. Okay. Now the cylinder. Give me a second so I can take a pair of grips to pull it out. It's too tight now. Okay, so next thing we need to do, I managed to pull out the cylinder, is to fit that sleeve on the perimeter here, And to do that, let's put just a little bit of grease right here, very slightly, very gently. Just to make sure it's fitting okay. There is as I said earlier in the video, there is a different type with grooves, so they're a lot more easier to fit because you just screw them and they fit. Okay, yeah, this one will fit okay. Now let's fit it on the cylinder. Make sure you have enough grease here. Make sure this one is fitted properly. It is now. Okay. Now after we push, are we not forgetting something? No. Okay. A bit more. I ran out of battery on the other phone, or space or whatever, so I put the cylinder in, squeeze it just a little bit, and then we fit the sleeve underneath first, right there. Make sure it stays in place. Okay, and then pull up. So underneath first. No. Pull the cylinder a bit out. Okay. With other type of seals, it's a lot more easier to fit them because you don't need to press them. It's just a matter of can you see it's not fitted right there? So we need to make sure. What we can do is a different way. Of getting the piston in. So we'll fit first the sleeve. Don't recommend using a screwdriver for this one, but if you're very careful, right on the edge. Should be okay. Let's take it out now. Okay. I'm not sure that this is even possible, but we can always try. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now it's fitted and we know it's okay. It's fitted here and here. Make sure you look on the other side. Yes, it's okay. And now squeeze it in. And that's no good. Okay, we'll need to pull it out a little bit. Okay, it looks okay on here. I really don't like the way it looks. It's supposed to sit flush and nice and fold over nicely. Maybe that's why I didn't, because I didn't put it right. Let's see, I'll pull it out again. So it folds once on the inside. Maybe it's not fitted right. It looks okay here. And looks okay on this side as well. What is the problem with you? Okay. No, it doesn't want to. Okay, so what I did very easy, I pulled it out and I put it back in. Not the whole thing, just a little bit, and try it again, and it worked. I don't know what was exactly the problem with it. Maybe my origami is not the best. Who knows? Okay, so lubricate here. Give it a little bit of more lubrication on this side. Very good. Okay. And then here. And we need to put the guides pointing this way, so the squishy part, it goes on this side. Okay, and then push it in. There we go, just like that. Don't forget to put the cap so you don't lose it. Brand new guides, that's always good to have. Okay, one more. Give it a little bit more grease. We have grease left even, which is good. Okay. There we go. Put the cap on. And now we need this. Okay. Very, very gently. Right on the top, not on the bottom, on the top. So it prevents all the sticky part. Did you saw how this one is rusty on the top? So it's rusty on the bottom, it's rusty on the top, so don't put grease on the bottom, it's not gonna get rusty anyway. Have a little bit of... Okay. Okay, let's do it. Do it again. And that's how to rebuild a brake caliper. New guides, new seal, new cylinder, new slave, and a new bleeding point. Old caliper, but it's gonna work for another 10 maybe more years. Depends how much you drive it. Okay, I'll start the video when I'm fitting it back on the car. Okay, so we have the rebuilt brake caliper already. Now we have to fit it back. Put a little bit of copper grease. Or a bit more. What we need to do now is, because everything is greasy, maybe I touched with my hand, you saw in the beginning of the video, you just give it a spray of brake cleaner on the whole disc. Maybe even wipe it a little bit if it needs to. Okay. Now, brake pads. This one sits like this. You can see how much copper grease I got on it. Okay. And now the other side. Reuse the brake pads. If you want to be completely confident that it's not going to have any squeaks or anything like that, you can just replace the brake disc and pads. If I have any vibrations, I'll replace the disc because it's almost brand new. Okay. This side, like this, and now have a look at the guides. Just give them. I put the grease like 20 miles ago, so it's still fresh. Okay, let's take the cap off. Okay. 7mm again. Tighten gently. Okay. Now the bottom one as well. I have caps left from the other guides. You never want to throw them away. Keep them. There is cars with lost ones, and if you lose one, the whole thing is gonna see. So keep these. Don't throw them in the bin. Okay. Okay, let's put the caps in place. Now the brake pipe. It looks a bit rusty. I'll fit it. If it's leaking or something like that, I will have to replace it, but I'll try with this one initially. Okay, tight it nicely. Okay, now I'll go and get some brake fluid and we'll proceed to the bleeding. Okay, so we continue. Dot for fluid, top of the, undo the cap and top of the reservoir, and then piece of pipe on the bleeding nipple and a bottle where the excessive brake fluid is gonna go. You can do it even without the pipe, but everything gonna be sprayed in brake fluid, so that's a good idea. One of these with the pipe, and you will see the fluid that comes out. Okay, so you have someone to pump the pedal on the brake. So, can you pump the pedal of the brake?
Yeah.
Okay, pump the pedal of the brake. Okay, keep it to the floor. Is it hard now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll undo the bleeding nipple. Tell me when it's down to the floor. Does it go down?
No.
It's staying up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course it's staying up. Why? Because I have a... Oh, never mind. Okay. So we know that my vice grips hold.
Okay.
Okay. Let's stop the video and we'll put the light on. Okay, so after we removed the vice grips, can you pump it again?
Yeah.
Does it go down?
Yeah.
Okay, did you saw the thing moved?
It's hard.
It's hard now. Okay, so keep it there. Let's check the level of the fluid. The level went down a little bit. Okay, I won't do it, and we'll see.
Down.
Is it down?
Yeah.
Okay, pump it again.
Hard. Down.
Okay, let's see what is coming up. It's not that bad. It's not rusty color. It's a little bit greenish. Okay, pump again.
Hard. Down.
Okay. We'll flush the system a little bit. So it's gonna be like up to here maybe, or at least we're gonna try. Okay, are we holding it?
Yeah.
Is it down?
Yeah.
Okay, pump now.
Down. Down.
Pump.
Down. Down.
Pump.
Down. Down.
Okay, pump again.
Down. Down.
Okay, let's check the level. Okay. I don't know if you can see the level, but it's right up to... How I can show you? right up to there, so top up a little bit and we will start again. Okay, so I topped it up and we can continue. Can you see it's a bit dark though? Okay, let's see. We need to watch for any bubbles to come up. What I'm missing the spanner. Okay, pump.
Down. Down.
Pump.
Down. Down.
Okay, pump.
Down. Down.
Okay, pump.
Down. Down.
I can't see any bubbles coming out of the thingy, so I'll do it for a few more times. And that's it. That's how to rebuild the caliper and flush the brake. I'll drive it for a little bit, have a feel for the brakes, and we'll see if it needs a little bit more flushing. If it needs flushing on the other brake calipers, I'll put down in the comments, but I think this is gonna be enough. Okay, so that's the video. I hope was helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one.